Video will walk you through creating a pivot table to track your incident types and the number of hours, the summary of the hours of personnel that were on them, as well as a simple count of the individual incidents under each of the types. To start off, we're going to create a new column by right-clicking on the top of the column header, clicking Insert. We're going to give it a column heading called Count Incident or Count INC. And the formula we're going to use is going to be an equals if statement. And we're just basically going to see if this cell is the same as the cell below. It'll basically tell us if the incident number has changed or if it's a unique number. If it is a unique number, we're going to just bring back a 0 telling me it's not a unique incident. And then we're going to just double click the little box in the bottom right hand corner of that cell, and that will basically copy it all the way down. Well, that'll basically give us a 1 at the last instance of each incident number, basically give us a count. So if I were to total up all of the ones, it'll tell me how many incidents there are. We'll go back up and just click on cell A1. We're going to go to Insert. We're going to click Pivot Table. It's going to look at the entire range of all of our data, and it's going to automatically create it on a new worksheet. We'll click OK, and this will open up a new worksheet with our pivot table tool. So the first thing we want to do is we want our rows to be over here on the left. Our rows go over down here on the bottom. So each of our rows we want to be the incident type. So if I drag the incident type down into here, it will automatically put a value in for each incident type that it sees in my original worksheet. The next thing I want to do is summarize the number of hours paid. So if I drag the hours paid down into the values section, you'll see that the values will now appear for the number of hours that each person was paid on a total number of each of those incidents. The next thing we want to do is drag down and bring in the count of the incidents. So we grab the count incident field that we did, drag that down into the values, that will tell us the number that we had there. Now, I think there was one more thing we wanted, which was mutual aid. Is that correct?
Yes, please.
So what I'm going to do is I'm actually going to drag mutual aid down into the column labels. And this should give me got values here, so this is one thing I hadn't thought about. Sum of mutual aid minus sum of hours paid. So this should 1, 11, 12, 2, 3, 4, and n. And that should break it all down to how many there are. So, well, 1 and 11, so you have 1 is mutual aid received. 11 and 12 are two other mutual aid types that you have in your system.
11 is a paramedic intercept. Yep.
Correct. So this basically gives you a complete breakdown of exactly what we had just talked about. Total number of incidents, sum of the hours paid, and then it totals them all up on the side over here, giving you the exact total numbers, and then again, the total of all of the total numbers.
Awesome.
We then save that file, and that gives you the information that you were looking for.